Long, long ago, there was a time when magic existed. This was possible thanks to the four fairy godmothers who created and represented the good and evil of magic, known as Flora, Fauna, Merryweather, and Maleficent. Flora represented things such as kindness and love, Fauna, growth and intellect, Merryweather, bravery and creativity. Finally, Maleficent represented all that was evil, such as malevolence and ruthlessness. Although they were all sisters, Maleficent felt it was unfair that her sisters got to represent good and share it together, while she was left to represent all that was bad by herself. Because of this, she was judged, ridiculed, shunned, and became an outcast in this land. She was forced to watch as everyone created the fairy tales we know today, live their happily ever after. Maleficent hated the fact that just because she was the representation of what was considered evil magic, she wasn't allowed to have her happy ending, find love, achieve her dreams, have a family, everything everyone else got. Enough was enough, and Maleficent decided to finally get her happy ending. She accused her sisters of being selfish and that they and everyone else would pay. She cursed the town, bringing it to the 21st century, ridding the world of its happy endings, save for her. She would get to be the queen of her kingdom, which was split into Storybrooke and Storybrooke County. When her time was up, she'd reincarnate as the next queen to keep her happily ever after while she made sure no one else would get one. However, she didn't account for Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather to be able to reincarnate as well, sometimes as one, whatever they thought would help break the curse so people could live their happily ever afters. They found to break the curse, 10 people need to live their happily ever after, and then everyone could be happy again. So they looked for the first generation to start breaking the curse. This is where our story begins. Then Disney Princess Generation Challenge, starting with Generation 1, Cinderella. Now then, this is inspired by two things. One, the Once Upon a Time series, based off of the curse they had in the show, as was presented in my little prologue. And the other inspiration was XSimSugar's Sims 3 Disney Princess Generation Challenge. This is to honor her legacy challenge as she could not finish hers due to a file corruption. And she heavily inspired me to do the challenge myself, and as shown already, that inspiration is already very heavy. So anything that is similar to hers, all credit goes to her. I'm not trying to steal or claim her work as my own or anything like that. I just really liked the lots she used in some of the clothing and styles and other things she used as well. So there's that. I will leave a link to her channel and her series in the description. But anyways, based on the prologue, the fairy godmothers Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather have found their first generation, Cinderella. Now, this is an introduction video, really to just show you the lot and the characters. So, this is the house. It is a Sims 3 generational house, pre-made. All I did was redesign the inside and build Cinderella's little lot over here. Again, some designs are similar to or the exact same as XSimSugar's. Some intentional, some accidental, but again, her stuff is her stuff. I forgot to change the family funds. Pardon me, hang on. It has them insanely rich. Okay. Uh, so this is the living room. And this was heavily changed. Story-wise, this was all heavily changed once all assets went to Lady Tremaine. So a lot of the changes were her own. Got a little Bathroom here, which is just an all-in-one for simplicity. Got the simple kitchen. A little porch out here. The pool, which Drizella is enjoying, and Anastasia is kind of as well. A little hallway, and then this is where Drizella and Anastasia stay. Very much pink, very much girly, and just very much had fun and made it clear to put everything they really wanted into live the life of luxury. The quote-unquote master bedroom. And then Lady Tremaine's room. So that's their living area. Oh, right. We also have chicks out here, because in the Disney original as well, there was farm hands. I would have added cows as well, but last time I put the custom content cow thing on this land, it really messed with the land, and I wasn't sure how to fix it, so we're not going to do the cows. Over here, it's where laundry will be done once Cinderella's old enough, but it also leads into her house, where, you know, she's got a bunch of mismatched things, and a tiny bathroom with little to nothing in it as well. Just get in a better angle for that. There we go. She's got little rodent things so she can have Gus and Jack, and then she's got Bruno here too. Alright, so let's see. The rule, I'm going by the basic Cinderella rules of the challenge, so Cinderella here, our adorable little girl. We will be her guardian angel and will be helping her through her childhood and her teen years to a young adulthood. She will have to clean the house, do her homework, and before she can age up, she has to have an A in school. When she turns into a teenager, she will have to cook every meal, and she has to cook a new meal for Lady Tremaine and her daughters to eat. And she's the only one that will be able to eat leftovers. If anything breaks, she has to fix it, and then she'll have to do laundry as well, on top of also still keeping an A in school, meeting her Prince Charming and befriending him, and meeting the fairy godmother and befriending her as well. And then in adulthood, she goes to the ball, she gets married, and an extra rule I'm adding in to add to my little story is that she and her husband must achieve their lifetime happiness goal. I apologize for my bird screeching in the background. He's in the room with me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Quit being rude. Apologies for him. He will probably do that often. And I'm too lazy to edit him out. Enjoy the burp. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I accidentally hit the space bar. Yeah, so those are the base rules. She will only be allowed to cook through this and eat through this. And then, right. She also is given a funds of 5 simoleons each week, so she will have her own funds that she will have to strictly use herself. Now, as for how Cinderella got into this situation, well, let's start with her parents. Okay, so these two are Cinderella's parents, Austin and Christy Tremaine. Austin was born into a wealthy family and took over the family business when he grew old enough, and he met Christy in college and fell in love with her and wanted to give her her dream, which was to live a cottagecore lifestyle and raise a small family, which he did give her. But shortly after Cinderella was born, she passed away due to complications, and not long after, he met Lady Tremaine. They got together, and once the children became children, that's when he mysteriously died and all assets went to Lady Tremaine. And from there, she and her daughter started treating Cinderella horribly. Alright, and as you can see, through here, both of her parents are dead. Did I? Sorry, you gotta make sure that. Okay, naval aging was on. That's why. Okay, but as for who she is, aside from her family, she's Cancer. She likes Latin, French toast, and the color aqua. She's neat, good, and friendly. She is required to have the neat trait. Clothes-wise, quickly pop into creatism, because I don't want to put in more than I already have. This is her everyday. Because in Lady Cinderella, she of course forced her to switch the rags. This is the nicest dress that she's allowed to wear for formal. Footwear and athletic, simple stuff. She doesn't have swimwear and outerwear is like hand-me-down. Now the hair I am willing to change. I do like the ponytail. But there was also one that was also very adorable. So if people want her to this instead, I will gladly do it. She looks adorable no matter what. But for the moment, she's haircut. Why not? Alright. Moving on to Lady Tremaine, who is, and never mind this as well. It's a glitch, weird glitch. Alright, here's her family tree. We've got the daughters. Their dad is also dead. And this is, and yes, I did go ahead and just created the parents and then had them give birth to all three of them. So however they grow up looking up in the future, that is not me. That is whatever the game decided to give them. If changes need to be made, that can be done. But this is Lady Tremaine. Let's see, she likes Chinese, peanut butter and jelly, and red. She's also a Cancer. She's hot-headed, evil, a cat person, a snob, and mean-spirited. Why?
Azutev,
This is her every day. She's got little rings and earrings. I do. Formal wear. How long it decides to load. It does this to me every time, I swear.
Garava,
There we go. That works. Here's her formal wear. So like I said, some stuff similar to XSimSugar, some stuff that's not.
Bazoof Nazca, Swula,
Yeah, and then
Dipchagi,
here's another outfit.
Nazloke,
On to her daughters.
Abaway,
On to the oldest child. And by that I mean the one who was born first, because I did make them twins. There's her swimwear.
Mizubi.
Every day.
Zag.
Normal. Sleepwear.
Su.
Athletic.
Kazabaga.
Outer. The usual.
Yabaga.
And of course, the obvious, thing is that Anastasia and Cinderella are dressed nicer than Cinderella is because they're taking everything that's supposed to be hers for themselves. Oh, shoot, right. She's a Taurus. She likes soul, hamburger, and yellow, and adds her challenge rules. She needs to be a snob and mean-spirited, and then I just consider slob a necessary requirement anyway to make the challenge challenging. Anastasia is the same way. Also a Cancer. Everyone's Cancer. It's got 3 Cancers. Interesting. She likes kids, grilled salmon, same, and hot pink, also same. For her outfits,
Su.
let's see. Swimwear.
Mizubi.
Outerwear.
Zag.
Athletic. Sleepwear.
Yabaga.
Formal.
Kazabaga.
And everything.
Mizubi.
I have no idea if they're going to end up actually ugly in the future.
Su.
Personally, I don't really care if they do or not, because I feel like a better lesson would be like uglies on the inside and whatnot. But again, if changes need to be made to make the story more interesting, it can be. Now then, the only thing that Cinderella's father left her otherwise that Lady Tremaine actually let her have was Bruno. She got for her birthday. Who she got for her birthday, not what. Really? Sorry, my comment just decided to play with his rattle. Yeah, I'm calling you out because I can't. Now he's getting sassy with me. But yeah, we have Bruno here. He's playful, loyal, and friendly. And then we have Lucifer, which is Lady's pet because she decided, well, if Cinderella gets a pet, then so do I. Both animals are actually the breed from the movie. We've got, I keep wanting to say Basset Hound, and I don't think that's what he is. Maybe. That actually may be correct. I'm forgetting. Oh, well, and then we've got the tuxedo cat, and Lucifer the hunter, proud, and lazy. And it's going to go be lazy right now. But yeah, another thing about these 3 is I will not really be playing them as much. The rules state that I cannot control them, and the only exceptions I will have to that rule is if they're killing themselves somehow, so like starving, anything that could get them dead, or if they get stir crazy in the home because they've just been inside the house for too long. Then I'll just quickly send them out into the world, and they can decide how long to stay out and whatnot. This town is Twinbrook, but I've renamed it Storybrook because of the story. It's just a cute little quaint town, and I do like it a lot too. So it's really great. So with that, this is out of the way, understand the characters and who they are, and we will get through to things to show how things work. So they kind of just woke up. Well, she just woke up. The others have been awake for a while. Can't go through. So we're gonna have her from here. Love that. So good. Thank you. Have something like that. That means I have a very annoying habit of ground. Can I break it? Oh,
Party. Alam niyo ba, Blas? Lagyan mo na.
Not much going on with that. My control. I know, it hurts, but because you're getting hungry. You need to see what needs to be done. That way. The teenager, it's going to be a lot of this. Pardon me, that would be my Overwatch mod to make sure the game doesn't corrupt and whatnot. Don't worry, it will be cut out. That's done. I'll get it away. That just looked really weird to me for a moment, and now I see why. That. You'll have to wait to clean that up until you're fit, so then just keep running. Of course. What else can we do? Uh, why do you want to do this food? You've got a food bowl up there. Yeah. Cat free and knowing Lady Tremaine should get you one, so let's quickly get you one. And here's yeah. You're not being unfortunate individual. Alright, cool. That's going to be done. What? Not the video. The toilet. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Me.
Of course.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, be the dog.
No, wait. It's too lazy to do.
Ah, Olivia. Webby.
Bro. Isn't it? I don't know.
Are you
No. Boy. What's this?
More, Wolfie. Ooh.
You know, use the bathroom. We'll go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and use. And it's right back to clean. Bruno, you better not be. No, I just told you not to do that.
Wonderful.
People do worry as someone do.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Look at ya.
Where did people come from? They haven't gone to school yet.
Iwan, sana wo zoo, pati.
It's down and it's like, oh yeah, she's there. Are we done with the pool for the day? We're done? You can see that. Cool.
There's us.
You do. All sleeping.
One before I go. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Fun you get to have is either with the animals
Here we go,
or this small, very bad TV.
Noah. Huh?
Yeah, or you can watch this very old TV.
Style. Aw, oh my god, Lizzie.
Um,
Oh, what's your mommy?
since I played
So Paula Sowa, Panganishiwa, Chubakawa, Saber, Ma Word Weapon, Sala Webati, Aw, he do look kind.
That reminds me, did I put it? No, I did not. I forgot to put a burglar alarm on. I always forget to put the burglar alarm in the house. Does anyone else do that? Okay, here we go. Gotta make sure there's a smoke detector. Really? Is there no? There is not a smoke detector in the kitchen. Interesting.
Mm. Mm. Oh.
The local weapon, Ma Word Weapon, Sala Webati,
So adorable.
Two Blub
Mhm.
I'll have to go because again, this is just an introduction to the story, the reason behind the challenge, explaining some things, an introduction to the characters and whatnot, and showing how it's gonna be. Don't choke, please. We need you alive. But yeah, starving. So, like I said, if they're starving themselves, I will force them to eat. Gosh, either go eat. I always need to eat. Why is Lady trying and the only one willing to feed themselves? But yeah, I think I'll end here and then we'll really get into the gameplay and the challenge. So yeah, I hope this has been interesting for y'all and everyone will stick around, or a few of you will stick around because I'm doing this for fun and if anyone else can have fun as well and be able to enjoy The Sims 3 since not a lot of Sims 3 content is being made anymore. But yeah, and again, this is homage to an old Let's Play. This is my first as well, so I can't be good or bad. Hopefully it's at least half decent. But if you stuck around this long and plan to stick around more, thank you. And have a great rest of your day, everyone.